This is even better than what we thought. Over the last 2 months, there's been a lot of rumors and rumblings and drama surrounding our entire coaching staff. We saw the whole debacle of Jason Kidd and the New York Knicks, how there's mutual interest. He wants to go there. We're going to have to trade him there just for him to get an extension with the Dallas Mavericks. We did hear news about Sean Sweeney potentially leaving for him to eventually leave to go to the San Antonio Spurs. But just the other day, we got a report that we lost 2 more personnel from our coaching staff, one being God Shammgod and the other one being Jared Dudley. And although that is now the 3rd coach to leave our coaching staff, a lot of Mavericks fans are worried that there's a mass exodus. No one wants to be in Dallas. Jason Kidd is not the coach if he cannot keep his assistants in Dallas. But it actually isn't that bad. When you look at the coaches that are leaving and the coaches that are coming in, the Dallas Mavericks are improving their roster from a coach's standpoint that can actually help us get back into finals contention. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the reports surrounding our entire coaching staff. We're going to take a look and see who left, where did they go, who's coming in, and why this is a good thing for the Dallas Mavericks. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,485 subscribers. We are growing by the day, getting very, very close to our goal of 22,000 subs. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related all summer long as we navigate through free agency, preseason, summer league, training camp, any little rumor that you want to be up to date on, make sure you subscribe. But the Dallas Mavericks have had some drama as of late. Thankfully, it's not with our players. Our players are fine. They're getting ready for the season. AD's resting up. PJ's fixing his ankles. Jaden Hardy's ready to ride the bench. But the coaching staff have been in the limelight as of late. And on this channel, we followed every single report of Jason Kidd and going to the New York Knicks. As the New York Knicks lost in the playoffs, they got knocked out. The rumors were spreading like wildfire. They want Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd wants to go there, but Jason Kidd's on contract. We're going to have to trade him, which didn't happen. Jason Kidd did end up getting an extension to stay in Dallas. But there were other coaches that did actually leave, and if we just go over those real quick, the report that came out a few days ago saying people within the Mavericks organization believe it was a costly organizational misstep to not extend assistant coach Sean Sweeney per Grant Afseth. And we went over that on this channel, how Sean Sweeney has been seen as the brains of the operation, where Jason Kidd is a good coach, yes, but it was Sean Sweeney that was really pulling the strings and making things happen. But it was reported that Sean Sweeney did go to San Antonio for a promotion, so you can't really be mad at somebody wanting to advance their career. But like I said in the intro, we lost a few more coaches, and we take a look at the first report that came out the other day. Dallas Mavericks assistant Jared Dudley is finalizing a deal to become the top assistant coach for the Denver Nuggets under David Adelman. Andy Miller of Clutch Sports tell ESPN. Dudley has been on Mavs staff since 2021 after a 14-year NBA career, and believe it or not, the reports also say that Jared Dudley was the one move that was stopping a lot of teams from choosing their staff. A lot of teams wanted Jared Dudley. Again, a lot of us fans don't think Jared Dudley really does much. He's an assistant coach. He's been with the team since 2021, so doesn't have that many years of experience, but there's obviously something there, something of value that other teams see, and I'm happy for Jared Dudley. The reports that I went over just a few days ago were saying that Jared Dudley doesn't want to leave Dallas. The only reason why he would leave is if there was more money and a bigger promotion. And obviously he got those two. Thank you, Jared Dudley. I'm happy that he's moving up in his coaching career. But it doesn't stop there. There was another report of another coach that we did lose to a team in the Eastern Conference. Someone that a lot of people are upset that we did lose. And that report says that God Shammgod will be joining the Magic as an assistant coach. And if you don't know, God Shammgod has been our developmental coach for years, worked with a lot of players on this Dallas Mavericks roster. He's very, very close with Kyrie, and I was told that Kyrie Irving was actively trying to convince God Shammgod to stay. Obviously, Kyrie wants to keep people that he trusts around him. That just makes for a better culture and for a better organization, but again, you can't stop people from wanting to advance their career. And on the Dallas Mavericks, God Shammgod was a developmental coach. Now in Orlando, he could be an assistant coach. So knowing that we lost Sean Sweeney, Jared Dudley, and God Shammgod, a lot of people think, hey, no one wants to be in Dallas. No coach wants to be there. Yeah, you got Cooper Flagg, but that's not enough to make people stay. And I'd argue that In one way or another, the Dallas Mavericks are improving their roster from the coach's standpoint. The Dallas Mavericks are not going to be making a lot of moves. We drafted Cooper Flagg. We signed 2 guys to 2-way contracts. We did bring back Dante Exum. There should be a trade in the upcoming days that shows we're going to make a roster spot for Dante, as we're at 16 players right now. But other than that, the Dallas Mavericks are not going to be making a lot of moves. And with us being so close to second apron, the only way that we can improve the roster is from our coaching staff, a more competent coaching staff. If we just go over exactly what I mean, Frank Vogel is finalizing an agreement to join the Dallas Mavericks as a lead assistant coach under Jason Kidd, sources tell ESPN. The 2020 NBA championship winning coach is a major addition to the Mavericks staff. So we've reported heavily on this channel that Frank Vogel did not want to become an assistant coach. He was okay staying in that advisory role until another organization offered him a head coaching job. And I understand that. You want to be a head coach. You know what you bring. You've won a championship in LA. So yes, you think you should be an actual head coach. But if you have not been coaching over the last several years, why not take an assistant coaching job, show the league that you have value, and another team will reach out like, hey, Frank Vogel, you want to be a coach for our team? There have been a lot of different teams that were firing a lot of their coaches over the last several months, and Frank Vogel's name came up not even once. Not even the Knicks wanted Frank Vogel. So it's actually a good thing that Frank Vogel is joining our assistant coaching staff. That means he's going to be more involved. And let's not forget, in LA, things were backwards. Frank Vogel was the head coach and Jason Kidd was the assistant coach. So now we can kind of recreate that defensive monster magic that they had in LA, where they were the #1 defensive team when they won. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but they were a very good defensive team when they won. And we can recreate that in Dallas. Obviously, defense wins championships. I know I say that a lot, but realistically, we can be one of the best defensive teams now that we have Frank Vogel in-house talking to Jason Kidd, setting up plays, getting guys in line. But that's not the only addition to our coaching staff that we have. As the reports came out that the Dallas Mavericks are nearing a deal, well, this is an old report, but the Dallas Mavericks are nearing a deal to hire Jay Triano as an assistant coach. Triano has served as the head coach for the Raptors and Suns. He was also the associate head coach for the Kings this past season. That's an old report. Jay Triano is on the Dallas Mavericks. I just want to throw that in there to show you that the Dallas Mavericks are not playing around. We're not just here for vibes and feel-good moments of people that have been here for a while. We're trying to improve our coaching staff so we don't take a step back from being a competitive organization. Yes, we have Cooper Flagg, but we also have Anthony Davis. We also have Kyrie Irving. We have Daniel Gafford, Klay Thompson. A lot of people want to see this team go through a rebuild, but when you've got the pieces that you have, why not keep trying? Why not just see how far you can go when you just maximize your roster as well as your coaching staff? Jay Triano as well as Frank Vogel will bring a lot of value to this team. But it doesn't stop there. It's like a 4D chess move because Phil Handy has emerged as a candidate to join the Dallas Mavericks coaching staff per the Stein line. Handy has a very strong relationship with Kyrie Irving, and if you don't know, Phil Handy is a very, very respected coach across the entire organization. Across the entire NBA, the entire association, not organization, the entire association. Phil Handy is also someone that was very, very close to Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, as well as Max Christie and D'Angelo Russell, who is also a Dallas Maverick. So that's even better. So the Dallas Mavericks are really improving their roster by improving their coaching staff. Having someone like Jay Triano who has head coaching experience. Adding someone like Frank Vogel who's won a championship as a head coach with Jason Kidd as an assistant is even better. And the icing on the cake is Phil Handy, who a lot of people say is like a godfather to Kyrie Irving, who is going to be amazing for us. So when you take a look at it, we really did upgrade. And of course, Sean Sweeney, Jared Dudley, all the other coaches that have left as well, we want those guys to be on the team, but we wish them good luck as they go off to greener pastures. But to put it all into perspective, Sweeney, Shamgod, Dudley, into Handy, Triano, Vogle. 4D chess moves. I see it. I see what they're trying to do in Dallas. It looks like no one wants to be here as a coach. No one wants to be in Dallas, but that's not true because the people coming in are arguably better than the people that are leaving. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that these coaches are going to help us stay competitive? Or do you think that we're all doomed, all because Jared Dudley left to go to the Nuggets, that we'll never beat the Nuggets now that they have Jared Dudley? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We'd have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for making part of the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.